Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Quick reminder, guys, I do have my Black Magic Revocation Workshop tomorrow. It starts at 9 a.m. We're going to keep the link open through the night. If you'd like to be a part of that workshop where I teach you how to negate the effects, the attempts, oh my God. It's just such an exhausting. There's just yuck. If you're tired of the black magic yuck in your life, go to that workshop. k33academy.com/store/BMR workshop. I asked what this reading is going to be about, and what I heard is here we go again. Ooh, here we go again. Here we go again. Let's go ahead and get some cards ready. Don't forget who you are. Dooby-dooby-doop-doo. Don't forget who you are. This song is stuck in my head. You're fabulous. Because you are. You're fabulous. Don't let any of that caca affect you negatively if you're going through some dark stuff. Don't let it get to you. Anyways, getting the cards ready. Getting the cards ready. Hey, Village Baby, I got to tell you something. You're going to laugh. Woo! You are so going to laugh. I'll tell you privately, though. It's going to be okay. All right. We're just getting some cards ready. Here we go again. I hope it's a good thing. I hope that whatever this cycle is that's being started, it's going to be something that's going to really, really be super beneficial for you. All right. I'm going to try and be extra efficient with this reading. Extra efficient. Extra efficient. Here goes. One more shuffle. Oh, okay. All right. Hi, Kel. Okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this together. We're going to get through this together. Okay. All right. So there's a circumstance that involves a lack of being grounded and a lack of responsibility in whatever it is that's taken place. That needs to be addressed first and foremost. Does it need to be addressed by you? I'm not sure. Is that pertaining to someone in your life, or is that addressed towards you? Right? You're going to have to discern that. Hi, Michelle. There are certain things that are being exaggerated probably in your thoughts. Are you an overthinker? One of the things that I noticed about people who are highly sensitive, highly empathic, those two go hand in hand. The more sensitive you are, the more pronounced your empathic abilities are. Okay. So I noticed that when people are highly empathic and highly sensitive, what ends up happening is if you don't get, the answers that you're seeking, you most likely will create a story in your head. And that story will have a tendency to be the worst case scenario. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Some type of hypothetical situation. Okay. So you texted your best friend. I'm like, yes, I have an example. You texted your best friend, and both of you are busy, and your BFF didn't text you back, and they normally text you back, but they didn't text you back. So suddenly you're like, oh my God, did I do something? Oh my God, they're mad at me. Oh my God, they hate me. They hate me because what did I do? Was it because of the joke that I told? Oh my gosh. Did I not remember an important date? oh my gosh, they feel super ignored by me. That's what it is. I'm a horrible person. Oh my goodness, I'm a horrible friend. And you're just going way, way, way overboard. But in reality, maybe they're just taking a nap. My goodness, they're just taking a nap or something. Or maybe they're working. But here you are, you've created an entire storyline of how you're a horrible person, complete with all of these different details to justify, to support this erroneous storyline, right? Because I totally used to be like that, where um you know, if there's a delay in you responding to my message, I'm totally like, oh my God, they're mad at me, they hate me, they this and that. And it's like that's that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. So I'm luckily now at a point where it's like, if I message one of my BFFs and they don't respond, even if they don't respond all day, I'll be like, oh, maybe they misplaced their phone, maybe they're just super busy, they're preoccupied. I hope everything's okay, and it's no big deal. So this is about calling yourself out if you're, an avid overthinker, and if you have a tendency to, just assume worst case scenario. You don't want to do that, because if that gets triggered, if you don't address this and it gets triggered, it can greatly affect your ability to stay on track with the things that are headed your way. So, we made a decision, like, I don't know, a couple live streams ago. I don't know when it was, maybe week, 2 weeks ago, where we're totally like, don't deviate from the path that you're on. Your soul is making good on a promise. There's a whole bunch of amazing things that are coming your way. If you deviate, it will not arrive. I think that's what this reading is about. There's an attempt to cause you to deviate from the plan, to deviate from wherever it is you're headed. Don't, you're so close. You're so close. You are so close. It's ridiculous how close you are. You are so close. Don't allow yourself to get distracted by all of this craziness. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yep. hmm So these are cycles that are being initiated that are not beneficial for you in order to block what is arriving in autumn. There is something amazing that's arriving for you in autumn. Whatever it is, if you stay on track, uh, it can totally change your life. When does autumn start? Let's see. Let's give ourselves an actual time frame. September 23rd. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Um September 23rd. Mhm. That is the autumn equinox. So, if you hold on until September 23rd, things are going to be smooth sailing. If you don't hold on, then you would have given these bastardos the opportunity to once again take from you what was rightfully for you to begin with, right? That sucks. That sucks. That would really, really suck if you allow that to happen. Hex, banishment. There's something you need to push away, right? There is something you need to push away, whether it's the thoughts, the energy, the dark intentions. You need to push it away. You need to banish it from your life. I don't know that it's a person. Um, I will say though, with the work that I do, because tarot reading, although I know how to do it, that's not really the work that I do, right? Um, the work that I do as a morphogenetic recalibrator, as a parasitic extractor, an instructor, man, oh man. How would I put this in a genteel way? There's an increase in occurrence of parasitic infiltration that leads to full-on possession. It's increasing. It's trending upwards. You know, we need to allow ourselves to recognize when there are people who have access to us, and those people who have access to us are being affected in this way, are being used as a Trojan. You need to push those specific people away, not just push anyone away, because that's not going to serve you. Self-isolation is not going to be beneficial for you, but so is allowing just everyone to remain when you know dang well a couple of those people have been fully taken over by something dark, something very dark, you know? And this is a subject that most people, they don't want to hear it because they want to live in their little world of like, oh, if I just love and light it, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. But these are the things that are happening. I'm not a doom and gloomer. I'm totally, you know what? I can handle whatever comes my way. I might cry a little bit. I might cry a little bit, but I'm definitely going to be able to overcome it once I process my emotions towards it. If you're going to try and pretend that everything is fine, these are things people don't want to hear, right? They don't want to hear these type of things. They don't want to hear the truth. And that's the very reason why things go really, really effed off in their lives. Don't be one of those people. You can make a conscious decision to just take into consideration some of this stuff, because we have until September 23rd, right? That's quite some time. There's nothing you need to freak out about, but there is something you have to really pay attention to. Who is this reading about for you? Who has access to you and, just creates drama for you nonstop? Either they are the source of the drama, or they invite you to jump into other people's drama, right? They call you, hold on, there's something in my eye. Don't forget who you are. There's a hair or something. Here it is. I got it out. There's a hair. Anyways, if you allow these people to continue to have access and continue to invite you into drama-filled spaces, drama-filled circumstance, all the energy that you were using to go ahead and manifest these beautiful changes is going to be used up. That's just plain and simple. So let's see. Da, 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 da. All right. You have to set your intention, and your intention, it's very, very important that it always carries with it the respect that you deserve, respect towards the self, respect towards your path. There is this disruptive type energy. It's like a very disruptive type energy. It almost makes me want to just stop the reading, because it's trying It feels like it's trying so hard to convince me that this reading is just a waste of time because people are not going to listen to it anyways. And see, it's that type of energy that you have to be aware. If I wasn't allowing myself to pause and be aware, it'd be quick reaction, 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 right? Like, okay, reading's done. I'm good. Got to go do other things because I do have a really busy day. But no, that's when you have to pause and be like, okay, what's actually happening here? What's actually happening? Like for me personally, in this circumstance, I need to remind myself, okay, girlfriend, you don't do these readings with an assumption or an expectation that even the people who need to listen to what's being said are going to listen. Sovereignty, remember? People are free to listen or disregard based on what they choose for themselves. That I should not be investing my emotions into the outcome of lives that I do not have a say over. Right? So that's what I need to do to correct that. What do you need to do to correct when you enter into this space of basically getting sucked into some type of dramatic thing? Here we go again, right? For those who want to go ahead and simply consider what's being said and see how your journey plays out, and ooh, my 12-year-old son died after holding his breath. Um, that's a very specific message. I think that's for a very specific person. Uh, damn, you guys are seeing this play out firsthand. I think I know who. That's a very dire warning for someone. I think I know who it is. Decisions have already been made. There's an awareness that already exists about the complications, the potentialities, the gravity of the circumstance, and I need to take a step back. I need to take a step back. I am taking a step back, and I will remain stepped back. Because again, there are things that you can provide guidance for, and if people don't want to receive the guidance, that's you've done what you've done. You've done everything that you can, and you need to focus on what you need to focus on. And it's not that you stop caring, it's that you are your priority. But I mean, this is about no. I cannot allow myself to interfere in other people's divine journeys, not unless my soul is instructing me to. I cannot allow myself to interfere. And this is what you have to remind yourselves, okay? Those who allow themselves to receive the guidance and actually apply the guidance, and I think it's beyond just guidance from me. I think for those who are going to succeed through this period, you're receiving guidance from so many different um, avenues of communication with soul. And as you receive it, another avenue will be opened up to receive more guidance, and they all kind of work together. It clicks together, causing you to be like, oh my gosh, I keep seeing and hearing this same effing message. You will go through a rebirth as the old you that doesn't want to comply begins to like really be phased out, so the new you will come forward. There will be a period of perception of rebirth. As you are reborn, you will then be prepared at that point to enter into a phase, a stage of extreme prosperity, like extreme prosperity. You have to allow that. You have to allow that, okay? As much as it makes me uncomfortable to say, it needs to be said. Not everyone you come across that needs saving actually wants to be saved by you. So, not everyone that you come across that needs to be saved will agree to allow you to save them. So just, be careful with your cycles, okay? There is something that lacks integrity in whatever this cycle that's being pushed forward is something that lacks integrity. Now, integrity is so super important because when you allow your integrity to slip, it's a very slippery slope, and the chances of you regaining your footing, it's going to be slim to none. Slim to none. That's extremely difficult to correct. Okay. So if you're feeling that there's a lack of integrity in a situation that you're being presented, you need to step back. Immediately step back. Like, I'm not sure what's happening, but it makes me uncomfortable. I need to just kind of pause and see exactly what's happening here. Okay. Your shadow self is being activated. This activation is going to allow for the parts of you that are capable of defending you to come up, to be experienced by you. This is going to be a thing where when your voice comes out of you to speak a truth that has not been heard, do not tell it to speak softly. Allow that voice to come out in whatever way it comes out. Okay? If you find yourself just speaking like, I'm not talking about speaking in tongues, I'm talking about you finally had enough. And so you've stayed quiet about this, whatever this is, to this person for how long. And now they've taken it too far and you're saying something to them in response. Don't shut yourself down. Let whatever needs to be said out. Just let it out. Okay. This is about really correcting the imbalances. When we allow the people who keep rocking our boats to remain nearby, when we allow the excessive weight that's been piled up in one corner to remain piled up in one corner, the alignment will not occur. This is such a precise alignment. It's like, two examples come to my mind. Airplanes that refuel in the air. I used to play this game when I was like very, very small on Atari. We had Atari. So I would play this game with my brothers. I think it was Top Gun. And part of the game was you had to line it up just perfectly in order for your jet plane to receive the fuel in midair. And I thought it was really cool. I liked it. I also liked that game Operation because it had a really steady hand and I would always win. So it's about having a steady hand. The other thing that pops up, there's this game that they have. It's a huge like milk jug. It's a fairly tall jug, and the opening is almost exactly the size of a softball's diameter. And you have to try and toss the ball into the opening of that milk jug and have it fall in, and then you can win a huge prize. They have it like at the children's area in casinos. They have it at fairs and stuff like that. And that game is so deceptive because there's a lip around the opening that causes it to appear much larger than it is. If you throw it too hard, it's going to simply bounce out. If you don't throw it hard enough, then it's not going to reach it. So I found a trick. You don't overhand. You throw it like this. You hold the ball and you throw it like this because it creates a spin, a type of spin that slows the ball down. And as it spins, you aim a little bit, just the hair beyond what you want to aim for. And because of that spin, it rolls it in rather than bounces it out. If you go like this, it creates a spin that causes it to bounce out. If you throw it like this, it creates a spin that if you aim it just right, it rolls in, right? You have to aim for the lip and roll it in. Now, people don't observe their situation to that degree. When I tell you I observe shit, I fucking observe shit like no other. I even stop blinking often. And I kept observing and observing and observing. I was still pretty young too. And there were very few people who would win that game. Like people would spend lots of money. They'd have the nicest prize for that game because no one ever observed. No one took the time to observe. Except for me, this little Asperger's ass kid. I'm a people watcher. So I watched and I watched and I watched and I realized the people who won what they were doing, the way they were holding it. How do you hold the situations that are placed in your hands? I do this across every aspect of my life. I observe people in situations that have nothing to do with me because one day I might experience a very similar situation. And when I do, that memory is filed away safely somewhere in my brain. And I retrieve that memory and I know how to go through that circumstance with minimal effects to me. There's a difference between not involving yourself and ignoring the situation completely. If someone you know is doing something to another person you know, that means they have the capacity to do that to you as well. When people come to me to talk shit about someone, I'm logging that in my brain. Most likely, I'm not going to talk shit with you either because you're a shit talker. You're going to take everything that I say, you're going to put a spin to it, and you're going to go to someone else and tell them, you know what Emmy said? And tell me where I lied there. Yeah, no, you're a shit talker. All you do is talk shit. So I know at some point you're going to get bored with what you're doing with that person, and then you're going to do it to me too. No, thank you. All I'm interested in is seeing how you roll. So that way, when you try to do it with me, despite not having heard me say shit, I'm going to be able to negate you by repeating exactly the way you would say things and accuse me of shit I didn't do. You have to observe, but do not waste your energy interacting, engaging, allowing access. You have to be very much aware of people's different behaviors, characteristics. We're entering into parasite season, unfortunately. I don't think I've ever identified a season as a parasite season. Something about this summer. There is something about this summer. The foolery has already begun. And the less these type of people have access to you, the less you will go through it yet again. Chances are you've been through something like this before. I would not be surprised if you have experienced something like this before, maybe a long time ago, maybe like a few years back, maybe something more recent. I'm not too sure. But ooh. I got a notification. I wanted to make sure you got this. Hold on. I wanted to make sure you got this. We would hate if you missed out on this opportunity, but it's important to know assistance is available. Now is a time to take action. Uh-huh. Just allow yourself to shine. Let yourself be seen as a person of integrity. So those who are beyond crooked know that you're not someone who they can go to and feel safe with their plans. Um, yeah, for me, it's important that people feel safe around me. Like, I feel like that's important to me personally. Like, I want you to feel safe with me, to know that I will go out of my way to keep you safe, to consider your needs. But for the people who are shady, I have a big mouth. I'll blab everywhere about your bullshit. I won't hold any punches either. I won't. I won't. I won't collude with you. I just won't. I won't. So if you're plotting things, I'm really not the one to involve, because I'll totally be like, "Oh my god, you're such a bitch. Who are you talking about?" And then I will go straight to that person and be like, "Hey, I'm not sure if you're aware, but so and so said this to me. I don't know if you need to handle that or what. Definitely willing to get on three-way phone call, three-way FaceTime, and I will say it to their face, repeating what they said to me behind your back." I don't plot on people, I handle shit. Mhm. So, you're not gonna be safe with me. Your secrets will not be safe. None of that. If you're one of those plotter people, your plotting secrets will not be safe with me. Don't involve me. And I think if you approach most of the circumstances that you're going through, if you're going through stuff like that, in that way, they will just leave you out of it. They will leave you out of it. You know? They'll leave you out of it. People will only say stuff to you and involve you in their foolery if they think they're safe to do so. So that's why I'm always like, if someone comes to me in private and is like, "Hey, Emmy, so and so was saying this, and this about you." Okay, why the fuck they feel so safe to say that to you though? Why they feel so safe to say that to you? That's right. Because you don't like me either. Let's get real here, baby boo. You don't like me either. Whatever. Okay. I once had someone, so there was this guy who was so pissed off at me, like, because I wouldn't teach him how to work on people, because I was like, no, very ego run. He's just going to hurt people. Nope. I'm not comfortable teaching you. I don't care how much you pay. So then he got really, really pissed off, and he started this whole campaign of like, he's going to do shit to me and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I've had several people already try this shit. Yeah, fuck all of them. I don't give a shit. So what he did, he basically defrauded me, and then he used that money, a lot of money, to pay someone to try and curse my children. If I'm a favored daughter of God, would they not be the favored grandchildren? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, of course, that was a time where I was still a doormat. Just keeping it real here. And I didn't do shit. I was just like, whatever, guys, don't get yourself involved. This is just some stupid shit. Just let him run through his tantrum. Don't worry about it. And then next thing you know, this person is publicly posting like, Emmy is so wicked. She's making my wife have nightmares. And oh, that's funny. Isn't that what you paid someone? Like, I don't know. I don't know if it was like $2,000. The money you defrauded from me. You paid them to do that to my children, right? My children are sleeping soundly at night. How's that feel? How's that feel? Right? That's how that worked. That's how that worked. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to wish anything. I was just like, well, that's funny. Because last I heard, that's what you were trying to have happen to my kids. Yeah. I don't feel bad for you or your wife. You chose your own punishment. Got nothing to do with me. Right? Well, here's the thing though. he was doing that. And he had his little group of friends, right? There's a couple people who were his group of friends. Several months later, and they knew that he was doing this, and they were still chummy. Okay, he was friends with these two girls, and next thing you know, one of those girls privately messages me and is like, Emmy, oh my God, I need your help. I need you to protect us. Me and so, we're so afraid because that one guy is like threatening us and blah, 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 blah. What do you want me to do? Because Emmy, I knew exactly what he was doing. He paid the person to do this, that, and that to your kids. And, and he was saying all of this and all of that. Yeah. How do you know this? Because he told us. Yeah. So let me get this straight. You had no problem when he was doing it to my children. But now your bitch ass wants to come to me to protect your children because now he's focused on you. You didn't give him enough money. Is that what you're telling me? I don't give a fuck. Just like you didn't give a fuck when it was all of my children on the line. Sorry. Not how it works. That's not how it works. No. You had no problem witnessing the ugliness being done to someone else's children. I would say you're receiving firsthand experience of why you should never collude with people like that. There's nothing I can help you with. You can buy a session, though. You can buy a session. I'm not giving you anything for free. Nope. You can buy a session. Your friend can buy a session too. As a matter of fact, I still remember your friend still owes me a couple $100, which of course they conveniently don't remember. Conveniently don't remember. My bank account remembers. You see, there's a difference between being a good person and volunteering to be a doormat. During that period, and I knew they were friends, during that period, that other girl who didn't message me, she didn't message me because she was worried I'd remember about the money that she asked me for to pay for a hotel room. Who do you think the hotel room was for? Doormat. Not no more. Not no more. Nope. That's not me anymore. Because no matter how nice you are, no matter how patient you are with people like this, they are who they are. Your love will not make them whole. You will not make them whole. They are who they are. So what you need to do in this period is steer clear of those type of situations, those type of people who work very closely with the uglier people. My view on things is if you have no problem witnessing someone do bad things, you're just as bad as they are. You don't need my help. You need Jesus, because I promise you, once I get pissed off enough, you got to stop wishing a motherfucker would, because sometimes you'll come across a motherfucker like me that just might. That just might. To date, I haven't yet. Baby steps, though. Baby steps. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll work myself up so much that I'll be willing to. But to date, I still haven't. I'm still really not someone who likes to retaliate. You never know. You never know. Who knows? Until you figure things out, you have to allow yourself to shine, because when you shine, you will see very, very clearly the people who are disgusted by the fact that you are special, that you are beautiful in your basic existence. You are beautiful. That you don't need adornments. You don't need compliments. You don't need any of that. You're just beautiful as you are. I'm not talking about aesthetics. I'm talking about your energy, your essence, the way you carry yourself. You're beautiful. Beautiful in a way that transcends human definitions of beauty, right? Worlds within worlds. The things that are inside you will be allowed to come out of you. The truth, the power, your tenacity, your ability to overcome, it will be allowed out of you very soon. I think for many of us, we're going to go through a period of testing. Like someone will test to see how far they can get away with things with you. Don't let them get too far. That's the most powerful advice I could ever give someone. When someone's testing to see how far they can get away with things with you, don't let them get too far. Maybe half a toe. That's the only distance, just enough for you to know that they're testing. Don't let them get too far. There's this thing that my mom used to say to me because I learned to be excessive in my generosity from her and excessive in my enablement. And she used to do this thing of overgiving. And then when people would turn around and treat her poorly, she would be like, well, they know and I know how much I did for them, and that's enough. They can't say anything because I did everything I could. Oh yeah, they will though. That's been shown to me over and over and over again. Yes, they will. They will still say whatever they're going to say. Because what they're saying is not based in truth. Just like their perception of what they received from you is not based in truth. The truth is you were generous. The reality is they felt entitled to it and it wasn't enough. And you are greedy and selfish and whatever else they can think of. Some people are just programmed that way. That's why I say they are who they are. If you're witnessing them doing that to someone else, I'm very sorry. You're not so special that they're not going to do that to you. If given the proper opportunities, there's a very high likelihood they will. A very high likelihood they will. This is about you recognizing when you've placed trust in people who were never worthy of your trust, because your trust is a precursor to access you. They were never worthy of you. They just wanted access. Revoke their access. People who are very unhealthy for you, once you revoke their access, you'll see exactly how disgustingly toxic they are. The large numbers of people who have participated in my cyberbullying, yeah, what did I do to them? I revoked access. That was all. I didn't screw anyone over. I didn't talk shit about anyone. I didn't do anything shady to anyone. I simply revoked access to me quietly. I just quietly was no longer available. Oh boy, the way they wiled it out. Oh boy, the way they wiled it out. And they'll try and get you to think as though you're just so mean, you're just so this, you're just, no. If you need your peace and they disturb your peace and you revoke their access to you, you had to do that for you. There's nothing mean about it. There's nothing mean about making decisions for your health. I got an email about poor air quality. Air is what you breathe in order to communicate. Did you know that verbal communication is nothing but a controlled exhalation paired with specific mandibular positioning? If you're inhaling toxicity, the only things you can exhale is toxicity. This is about purifying your space. Here we go again, allowing your space to become polluted because what? People who are going to accuse you of being mean because you're putting your needs first will always accuse you of being mean, because guess what? The easily manipulated people of the world will respond to that. These are the people who look for reasons to dislike you. There were maybe like, I want to say 4 people who started that whole clusterfuck of a cyberbullying cycle, because of about 4 people who spearheaded these different cycles of attempting to cyberbully me. They involved hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals in attempt to cyberbully me, shut me up, get me off the internet. And to those people, how'd that work out, bitches? How'd that work out, bitches? It didn't, did it? Tell your demons I said hello. Yeah. Not only did you not shut me up, you made me speak louder and say things with my chest. You played your part. I got to give you that. You played your part. Just a very friendly reminder. You were never the star. You were just an extra. The movie of my life is my own. People can't shut you up. They cannot control you. They cannot do anything to you and have the effect they want to have on you without your consent, without your participation. And it would be a very powerful thing if you decided to take all the ugliness that people do to you and use it as a fuel for your rise. There's never going to be an end to people not liking me because what? Because I'm too honest, because I don't sugarcoat things, because I empower the people you want to try and control. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Send your grievance to Jesus, and I promise you, he'll tell you he don't give a fuck either. Because if I remember right, the people in his day did the same type of shit to him too. He didn't give a fuck either. You see, those who are positioned to help others out of their stasis, their sleep, society doesn't like those kind of people because it triggers cognitive dissonance. I'm pretty sure this video is also going to be very much censored. Most of you, not all of you, but most of you in this community, that's your function in your local environment. That's where you're drawn to me. There's this reflective nature. You see part of your purpose in the way I live, just as I see and feel part of my purpose in the way you exist. That's why most people don't like you, because you don't fit in. Why don't you fit in? Because you're not designed to. Why are you not designed to fit in? Because you're here to fuck the whole system up. Just say it. Yeah, I used to be embarrassed. Now I'm like, who wants some? I got some. Because, baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I'm saying. But I won't just give it to anyone. You know? I won't just give it to anyone. You have to be a worthy adversary. Or you get ignored. I'm not going to waste my energy. I'm just not. I have big things to accomplish in life. You have big things to accomplish in life. Save that energy for the things you need to accomplish in life. And these are things that, although, yes, it benefits you, It also greatly benefits the rest of humanity. You're not just doing it for yourself. How many of you have benefited from me having gone through the things that I've gone through and formed the perceptions that I've formed because of those struggles, and have merely shared the introspection that occurred way back when now? How many of you have benefited from that? Was it my intention for you to benefit? No. It just came out my mouth and we talked about it, and that was that. I'm processing my life. That's that. I'm just trying to be a healthier version of myself, trying to be more balanced within myself. And it has a trickle effect on the people you allow to witness you in your process. I'm not here trying to be some type of leader or guru or celebrity or any of that. I'm just a mom trying to be the best woman I can be so that they can have the best mother that I'm capable of being. And just allowing myself to have the space to learn and grow and heal. And that's all. That's all. That's all I really want. That's all I'm really trying to do. And yet, when you see yourself living outside of yourself because you're witnessing someone who has gone through what you are currently going through, it's such a powerful thing to know, like, you know what? You went through that too? Oh my God, I'm going through that right now. And wow, you're still a good person. Okay. Okay. I can get through this and I can still be a good person. Yes, the fuck you can. You can get through it. You can still be a good person, and you can affect the people who witness you overcome this invitation to accept the challenge to overcome your perception of limitless pain, right? Rather than allowing yourself to embrace limitless pain, recognize the pain for what it is: limitless growth, limitless fuel for limitless rise. You don't hurt for nothing. It's never for nothing. You hurt to correct the misalignment between your perception and expectations and the reality of what's going on. That's what hurts, right? When your expectations are not aligned with the reality of what's going on, you get your feelings hurt. Who hurt you? The person who betrayed you, that you knew would betray you, but you were like, I can love them into wholeness. No, you can't. They are not broken. They are functioning in the way they are designed. That's the thing. That was the aha moment that I had. Some of us are meant to be visible as a testament to the tenacity of soul, as a testament to what you can overcome and still be a good person. Others of us are designed to be the very triggers for those good people to remember how good they are, how powerful they are, and how much they still have to offer the world. You see, they're not broken. They're designed to be the opposition. They're designed to be the other side of the coin, the side that never sees the light of day. Because I promise you, they'll never show you what they're doing in broad daylight. They always scurry around in the shadows, afraid of being caught, afraid that people will know what they're doing, right? That yucky feeling I felt at the beginning of this live stream. Mm. Something is shifting. For the people who clicked off because you wanted a fluffy reading, you missed out on the best part. I feel a change coming forward. There's a change that's being presented. It's being communicated right now. This change It's increasing in the chest. It's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like a machine of some type is being primed. I can hear it. I can feel it. Michelle feels it too. Mm. Ooh. Defenders of old. The defenders of old. Your lamentations have been heard. You have been silently lamenting within your heart. The imbalance is recognized. The hope that there will be a celebration soon is increasing. There are things you're going to be able to celebrate. Now, of course, this is a general reading. It's not for everyone. So, just keep that in mind. So there's a polarization, right? This mitosis is occurring. Those who are impatient is going to fall apart. Is going to fall apart. Is not going to go forward because you're pushing in places that you should not push. For those who are willing to let the release a dark wound and let love live, your hands are going to be free to receive this big bold vision. The big bold vision is going to lead somewhere profound, right? New birth guarded, again, two polarities. Maybe I should do it like this. Hold on. All right. So let me fix this so that I can pull the cards. So remember, oops. What? Okay. It was like this. It was like this. Holy shit, I confused myself. Breathe, girl. Breathe. My dyslexia kicked in. I think I flipped the cards around. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves my OCD. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves my ADHD. Oh, yes, he does. Okay. So now that I fucked myself up, is this right? Michael, help me out. God, my brain partially functions. I don't understand what I did. Is this right? Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna just put your hair up. Put your hair up. That will calm you down. You will regain. Okay. Here goes. Okay. Here. So, those who are willing to release a dark wound and let love live, you'll have both your hands free to receive a big, bold vision. As you receive the big, bold vision, the word wants to be written, meaning you are being tasked to bring something into full form. I got it. I got it. Those who are impatient will not have the capacity to um, guard vigilantly their new birth, right? They're going to be vulnerable, and that space of vulnerability will be exploited. Is not going to be good for them. It's just not. But it's not hopeless. It's going to be more struggle filled. If you focus on the light, you'll be able to manage through that. Okay. It's a very small light. It's not going to be a huge light. You're going to be able to manage through that anyways. So I got it. I got it. Okay. For that very same group, there's a potentiality that you're not going to be willing to dive for that light. You're not going to be willing to go deep within yourself to find the light you need to illuminate the answers you're seeking. You're just making it hard for yourself if you're going to do that. And I'm going to carry forward because, you know everything, right? You know what you're doing, you know everything. You don't need to this, you don't need to that. You know what irks me to no end? Because I'm totally, I try my best to never give unsolicited advice. I try my fucking darndest because I can see things very clearly. I know what paths you need to take and this and that. And I just be wanting to like, you do this, and this, and everything will be amazing. But I try not to respect people's decisions. And then what irks me is when people come to me asking me things. I'm like, well, do you really want to hear it? And they're like, yes, I want to hear it. And then they get the information and they're like, no, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Motherfucker, why you ask me then? Why you ask me? Don't ask me. Let me be in my own little lane, minding my own little business. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Leave me be. Don't ask me just so that you can be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. So, like I said, for those in the other group who are like, very impatient with their progress, they don't want to, or process, they don't want to dive for light, you go on then. Go on then. Do what you do. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Don't ask me though. Don't involve me. I'm carrying forward. You don't need any more advice on anything because you know what you need to do. You know everything. I don't even know who I'm talking to. You know everything. Okay. So for those in the other group, you're about to get inspired by something that has a potentiality to sting you is going to provide you honey instead. Because guess what? You're going through the process that you're supposed to go through. You're doing the things that your soul is guiding you to do. It's not about, I need you to listen to me. It's, why the fuck are you wasting my time asking me for information you're going to ignore in the first place? Are you an agent of darkness trying to trigger me? Because you're good at it. That was good. You had me all fucking bent out of shape. That's okay. I just needed to stretch out. I just needed to do some yoga. Okay. So, anyways, what do you feel? What do you feel? Do you feel something? Do you feel your life giving you something, one in each hand, right? What do you feel? Are you comparing them? Because they're apples and oranges. They're two different pathways that need to be considered. Okay. So again, I'm focusing on the people who are listening to whatever your soul is telling you. Y'all are my focus right now. The other people, they got it handled. They already got it handled. They're doing their thing. you're going to overcome whatever hardship comes your way. And because you overcome it, you're going to go directly into a space of abundance. You're going to continue to progress. You're going to tap into your warrior spirit, because at that point, you're like, no, I worked real hard for this. You are not taking it away. You're not going to need to go to a new dimension, because you will bring that to you. Do you know how powerful that is? See, people who have been convinced by others to remain in a space of disempowerment, they think they have to go to another dimension. No, you don't. When you truly tap into your personal power, you bring that to you. I will neither confirm nor deny, and I will just make a general statement. There are people who exist who do not have to go to a vortex to harvest that energy. They can call the vortex to them. I winked because Michael said, "Do not wink." Stop. Okay, so it's not fair if I it's not fair if I only address those people. So I will go back to the impatient people. All right. Your lack of sound judgment. It's going to lead to the occurrence of dark interference. And then you're going to have to go through a process of shedding. That's challenging. And like you said, you got it. You got it already. So you got it. Carrying on, I need to get going. I need to get going. We can sing one song together. Spirit, lead me to a place without borders. I don't know. I got to go, though. I don't want to sing for y'all. I do want to remind you that tomorrow I will be having the workshop, Black Magic Revocation. No, these are not things I read in a book that I'm going to be teaching you. These are things I remember from my previous lives. Yeah, and it all kind of comes together and is packaged up in the system that I created and teach, the Kokoro 33 system. If you'd like to learn how to negate a lot of the bull caca that people send your way, go check it out. It's in the pinned comment, but let me put it on the screen as well. To purchase a ticket for the Black Magic Revocation Workshop, please visit k33academy.com/store/BMR Workshop. That link will be open through until I go to bed tonight, and then it will be closed. I'll see you guys again very soon. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Ooh, another thing, you guys. Another thing. So there is a newsletter sign up on my Emmy Evolving website. You can sign up for the newsletter, right? Knowledge Nuggets. When you sign up for the newsletter, that will give you access to an exclusive area. I'm going to start really talking on shit like you wouldn't fucking believe I would be willing to talk on shit. But I can't do it on my social media platforms. So what will happen is I have the capacity to live stream here on this platform that broadcasts it to all my other platforms. And then I can remove the live stream while I'm live. So what will happen is when some topic comes up and I'm like, oh, Michael says I can't say it, I'm going to shut down all the other live streams and continue live streaming uninterrupted on my website. Try shut me up now, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And that video is not publicly accessible. It is set so that you can only view it on a password protected page that you need to be signed up for in order to view, and you cannot share it out. You just have to watch it on my website. Motherfuckers. Oh, I shook my head too hard. I felt the brain shake. I gotta go. That was too hard. I felt it in my eyeballs. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell and go to emmyevolving.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Everyone that's in the newsletter will have the ability to access the page. You don't got to pay for it. You don't got to pay for it. You don't. But I'm done being quiet. So we figured out a way. I'm set all that up, and you guys will be hearing a lot of stuff. So I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everyone.